Oh, wait, no. Do a brief little intro.
No, I don't know.
Can't just start off with this one. I mean, this one was kind of special for us. Not only was it the first video that we premiered at a convention, Youmacon 2009.
I cannot believe this was 2009. That boggles my mind.
It was just after season 1. But it was also the first video we made after our YouTube was taken down for the first time.
Oh, what a wonderful time.
Ah, memories.
Yeah, having only the website to put everything on, using Blip.
Blip.tv. Rip Blip.
Yeah, Rip Blip. Blip
was pretty good as a video hosting service. Guys.
Yeah, they were a great alternative to YouTube. Then they were bought by Maker.
Meanwhile, welcome to YouTube. We're going to be looking at Bardock, the father of Goku, which, as I mentioned, we premiered at Youmacon 2009, way back in the day, 2009 specifically.
Yep.
And this was the first time we ever actually got to meet face to face. You, me, Taka, Masako, Megami, Martin. It was surreal.
A big group of us. It's kind of amazing how many people we actually got out that year.
We were just so excited to actually finally meet for the first time, and it was such a fun weekend, and it was crazy because it's the first time we actually met, but we had been talking for years at that point.
Maybe about 2 whole years.
Just about. And I remember when we first started, you, me, and Taka just sitting up in late night Skype calls, wouldn't it be crazy if we actually got invited to a convention one of these days?
That was insane to me because, those were jokes that we made. Those were the pipe dream of going to conventions, of being guests, of being up on the same stage as people like Chris Sabat or Eric Vale.
And then several years later, we're just, bam, convention after convention after convention, all around the goddamn world. Easy
3
shit.
conventions in a single month. Conventions in Finland and in Melbourne. And oh my god, it was
got
a
to
whirlwind.
meet so many people. Got to have, it's just been a blast.
Yeah.
And this was the first video we ever premiered at a convention, so let's get to it.
So, it's funny we decided to do this before we even started season 2, because we introduced Frieza in this movie.
Yes, very specifically.
Long ago, on a planet long forgotten by time, a young hero was born, a righteous...
Which was 30 years ago or some shit. It's long forgotten. Nobody remembers Planet Vegeta.
Is not his story.
Bait and switch.
This is the story of...
Oh, this movie is going to have so many times where we're going to have to mute the audio.
So much muting.
Oh, God.
We went on... I think Transformers, the animated movie, was back in vogue for a while, and we were just oh no, the soundtrack in that fucking slaps.
Yeah.
And
I think it was specifically because the Transformer Michael Bay movie had come out, and so everyone was talking about the original movie, and yeah.
And not to mention, since it's such a nostalgia drip of old 80s music, old 80s rock ballads.
Kind of matching the fact that this is set in
the past. Yeah. This was the first time we actually had opening credits on something, too. Dreams alive.
Very 80s. Very 80s.
Power is there at your command. Damn!
Yeah, you can fill in for the fact that this will absolutely have to be muted for this video.
More than likely. Also, really showing off the fact that you got your start in making AMVs. The rhythm and the pacing on these things.
In different parts of the show, I really prioritize matching the beat of the scene to the music, especially the action scenes.
And here's where we kind of establish that it's okay to write bad people as bad people.
Oh, yeah.
And I tell the guy, don't be angry, I'm just saying.
Good times after genocide.
Yep.
And then I tore out his throat.
Yeah.
Hey, Bardock, you get another kid. Congrats. Who's the mom?
This was before they introduced Gine. Way before.
Way before Gine ever showed up.
Why not?
Are you kidding? She's a raging dyke.
Asshole!
Yeah, okay. Yeah, to be clear,
And?
again, asshole, not a good guy. Maybe wouldn't have written the line that way again.
Maybe not. Honestly, I feel there's kind of a line somewhere where if you're writing a mean-spirited character, they would use mean-spirited language.
Yeah, and that is one thing that we were actively trying to pursue because I was kind of going through this period where, and I don't know if I've quite ended it yet, where I wanted to write characters very opposite of how the dub changed them, because Bardock in the original is the biggest asshole. He is not a good person. He does not care too much about his kid.
He commits genocide and doesn't afraid of anything.
Exactly. And the dub smoothed out a lot of his edges and kind of made him this...
tragic hero?
Tragic hero character, and I hated it. And his last speech to his son is so frustratingly saccharine and, like, not according to his original character. Again, before Toriyama decided that he wanted to basically just really make Goku Superman, which I'm not a fan of.
But yeah, in the original special, Bardock is an asshole.
Yeah.
Part of an asshole race of a species that probably would have destroyed a lot of worlds if just given free reign.
Yeah, and so there was a part of me that was like, yeah, no, we're gonna lead into him being a total piece of shit.
Saiyans are pieces of shit. They're just battle-hungry monsters.
God, this is why I hate men.
Point proven.
So, why did we attack this rock in the first place?
I don't know. The mission briefing said this planet was full of psychics. Wait a second. Doesn't that mean...
I remember coming up with this gag and being very happy. It's like, how did they die if they could all see this shit coming?
I love this gag.
Aren't psychics supposed to have unbelievable mental...
I can see the future!
By the way, lip flapping that...
Oh, they can see me!
It's so mechanical.
In the future!
It's just a race of psychics.
Yeah, by the way, lip flapping the son of a bitch. He originally doesn't talk in the scene.
Yeah, so
I had to move the mouth, and it's really obvious.
And just this race of psychics that aren't incredibly intelligent. They perceive time in a way where it's like, when is now? What's happening? Oh, that's then. This is now. But what is when?
Yeah, I'm kind of okay with like that is such a great way to explain. How did they not prepare for this?
There's an argument to be made that like maybe they could never have gotten strong enough to handle it, but
it's true.
Now you too can see the future!
Such a weird plot element. Just like, hey, I'm gonna give you the ability to see the future.
I'm on fire!
Oh, this is that part!
Yep.
Well, that was... odd.
Hey, Bardock, what do you think he meant about you seeing the future? Bardock? 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 Say nothing.
Hold on.
You want me to eat the remains of that alien? Now,
There's the cannibalism.
Yeah. Well, is it though?
Oh, it's okay. It's only cannibalism necessarily if you're eating another person of your race. Otherwise, it's just...
he's eating a humanoid. Technically, a Saiyan could come to Earth and eat all the humans, and it wouldn't really be cannibalism.
True. Although it's kind of where you draw the distinction there.
Like humanoid, if it's intelligent.
Yeah, if it's intelligent, it sort of feels like cannibalism. Anyway, the thing about that that I want to bring up, I actually use a ton of Ren and Stimpy music in this movie. I don't know why specifically. I think I was kind of going with the fact that, again, it was kind of set in the past, so I wanted to use music that would have been more like 70s and 80s cartoons. Mm-hmm. So there's just a bunch of Ren and Stimpy music in here.
I just had to finish off the last couple of bites. It's a big alien.
Yeah, no. I mean, he had to save some of it. He put it in his Saiyan fridge back home.
Right. Oh, that's right. We did this.
Right.
I very briefly play Frieza.
NASA has been seized.
Thank you, Zarbon. That's very good.
Doing my Linda Young impression.
Sorry about that. I had something in my...
I remember premiering that at the convention, and they put us in a panel room that was like 3 sizes too small. We had to cut it in half.
Yeah, we had to take
2 1-hour panels instead of 1 2-hour panel.
Yeah.
And when we showed this part, because we had Martin on the panel with us to do some Q&A after we premiered
I mean,
this.
how could we not?
Yeah. He's the progenitor of all the abridged stuff. And so when that finally happened, we're like, Martin, and everybody's like, yeah! It's just... crowd reactions are nuts. I fucking love it, man.
I was going to say, so this, I really, how do I put this? We were originally looking at you to play Frieza. We actually were kind of working a little bit around.
I was still doing the Yu Yu Hakusho bridge. I had a decent Genkai, which is just an old woman voice.
Yeah. Well, I do want to tell the story exactly of how he got Frieza. Since we're here, it's the time to do it. So we were actually doing auditions for Ginyu, of all characters, because we weren't sure who was going to play him. In fact, the entire Ginyu Force is a frustrating cast because if I could go back and change some things, I probably would. Maybe not have had Gon play 2 characters, especially since his Raccoon is so close to his Yama. But we were at a time where
his Raccoon was so great. We also didn't know as many people back then.
Yeah, we didn't know as many people. If we had the same cast, like the group of people we did today, we'd probably have a more varied cast.
Probably.
But at the time, we didn't know who the hell was going to play Ginyu. And so we sent the auditions off to Martin. And Martin kind of did his own thing. He even made...
He's something around here.
Yeah, he played him like... And honestly, funny voice.
Yeah.
Would have been kind of
But then to do that, he like made a Frieza to bounce off of.
What if I was a giraffe? What? Pretend I'm a giraffe. What are you going to do to me? I don't know. I suppose I would give you a nice long massage. What if I was a goat? A dirty, dirty goat. What would you do then? I don't know. What would you want me to do? Oh, something we'd both regret. I've hired an idiot.
And while we were watching, it became very obvious that we were casting the wrong character.
His Frieza was like just out of this world.
I am the mighty Frieza from the planet Androgynous. And yes, all the horrible stories you've heard are true.
He was just so fucking good in that role. He's got a great petulant tone to his voice, but he can still bring in that regality and that menace so well, which will be more than evident as we keep moving through season 2.
It's really interesting to me, now that I look back on it, we did cast Frieza before the season started then, and that's actually really crazy to me. Like, that we so early on tried to get that worked out. Because in the past, like, very rarely were we ever that on top of making sure that characters were casted until, like, I think partway into season 2 when it really became apparent to us that we had to plan
partway into
that.
season 1, I remember something very specifically. We had to add a cast bio onto our page so people would stop asking, can I play, can I play, can I play, can I play, can I play?
Oh, yeah.
We actually cast all the way through Boo so people would shut the fuck up.
And those half of those characters ended up changing.
Half of them ended up changing, and a third of them never ended up happening. So, that's just how it is.
Continue, Zarbon.
Martin!
The reports say that it was overtaken by a group of low-level Saiyans.
And your Zarbon was always fantastic.
I'm glad you think so.
That Bardock's a pretty cool guy.
And I do love Antfish's Dodoria, too.
He doesn't afraid of anything.
Oh, cool. Making a fucking 4chan reference.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't even remember what that... I've never stayed up to date on, like, much of the internet nomenclature, so whenever you and Taka would throw around references, I'm like, it's funny.
Yeah.
What's going on? Is that planet?
I don't necessarily mind making jokes that might age a little poorly if they hit really hard at the time. But
Right.
Where is he? Hold on.
Because you are writing for the current audience.
Race? Oh, I get it.
But obviously, a lot of those dated reference humor jokes. We even lampshade that in Kai 3, where Cell makes a dick butt and is like, this will age well.
yeah.
Am I?
Hi.
Bardock, are you alright? Your heart rate skyrocketed.
I love filling in for every minor character.
Yeah.
It's just eyes. Where am I anyway?
Well, you're on Frieza Planet 692.
Nice.
And you'd think with all his free time, he'd come up with better names for his planets.
So, Lord Frieza, now that we have Kunasa under our command, what shall we...
419!
I love that implication is he isn't even going in numerical order, he's just shouting out random numbers.
Yeah.
Yes, well, it seems that Frieza...
I like how we picked 419. We could have gone one more.
By the way,
Yeah.
while you're here, would you like to see your son Kakarot?
Okay.
Oh, right, his name.
Man, look at that scheming motherfucker.
Yeah, so... Oh, no, wait. Oh, this isn't the scene. There's going
Not
to be
quite.
a scene later that it was really tricky to write in.
Didn't pay attention to rabbits when he was growing up.
Oh, yes, and we both know how he turned out.
Take that, rabbits! That's a great expression.
Oh, wait, no, here it is. Oh, it is here.
Let's see what kind of power level we've got here. All right. Whoa! 10,000. That's my boy. Oh, wait, Rolly?
Oh, hold on.
Here we go.
I remember that getting a big laugh out of people.
Yeah.
That one got a pop.
2. Crap. There is no possible...
Also, just like lampshading, yeah, Goku's just continuously crying. Broly's just like,
Oh, yeah.
no,
No, he's still crying.
you're making me angry.
So disappointed.
I think Bardock is the
Okay.
most of your concerns.
So I love Ann Fish's Dodoria. Like, I love Ann Fish's Dodoria.
Ann Fish is a fantastic talent.
Oh, yeah, no, just phenomenal.
He's just amazingly good at what he does.
He's been getting a lot more professional work up in Canada, and no fucking shit he is. He's
Dude kills it.
But here, it's really interesting because we introduced Dodoria to be kind of intimidating and a lot darker than I feel like a lot of the other characters in the show. I
mean, she does break a dude's neck and kill a kid later, so.
True. Interesting thing about Dodoria here. A lot of people have pointed this out, and I'm not afraid to say it. We hadn't come up with the idea of making Dodoria a woman here.
Yeah, refers to herself as a guy here.
Yeah. Later on, that would become a thing. But here, yeah, she uses guy, and that's everything. That if I'd known, I wish I'd known, so I could have written the dialogues differently enough to hide that.
Perhaps she's gender fluid.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Why? I don't understand. We've served Frieza loyally.
Seems Frieza wants you dirty Saiyans out of the picture. And I'm just willing enough to oblige him.
Don't you get it? Chances are someday he's just going to kill you too.
I think this was the first time we really wrote a more serious scene,
I'm
too.
more of a in the now kind of guy.
God damn, it does piss me off, though. In the now kind of gal sounds better.
Gonna kill now.
But that would have thrown away the
Disregard?
reveal later.
Probably gonna be both.
You won't get away with this.
Oh yeah?
Oh, yeah?
Tell me something. What looks like crap, feels like crap, and probably ain't gonna wake up in the morning.
Is it me?
And that's the punchline.
So I really, really love the grin with the piano trill in the background. That still gets to me. Again, being able to fit the action on screen with the music in a way that doesn't feel too Mickey Mousey. Like, that isn't, the instruments are obviously playing to the music, but the scene is rather playing to the music.
Right.
Like, that's always a really cool feeling, and I don't always manage to do it, but that made me really happy.
Hell yeah.
Whoa, looks like I'm late to the party. Where's the
They kill a bunch of street sharks?
Oh God. Guys, tell me you're just resting in the blood of your enemies. Celepa, Totepo, Hambuken, Toma. Present.
So, actually, one thing I want to note now that all the names have been said on the screen, when we were going at the script, the dub version actually has different names for everybody. I don't know if you remember that.
I vaguely remember.
Yeah, I think Toma is Tora, Celepa is...
God, I can't even remember. But
Yeah.
I think it's also the name in a bunch of the games, too.
Yeah, I mean, they kept all those names in the games. But we decided to keep the Japanese names, partially because, one of the things that I wanted to do with this show was introduce people to some terminology and ideas that were not present in the dub. It was my stealth way of being like, hey...
This is how I experienced it.
Yeah, and maybe check out the original. It's kind of a different experience from the dub. But also, another thing here, I want to take a minute to talk about Taka's Bardock. Because I feel like if Taka were here, he might have a lot more insight into playing Bardock. It's going to be kind of tough to speak for him, but he really wanted to play Bardock. And I think part of that...
He wanted to have a say, like a say in like a more serious character.
Yeah, and I get that. Because every other character he had in the series, and would continue to have, even with their more serious moments, would still kind of be a comedy-centric
a goofier character.
Yeah.
And now that Nappa is kind of ostensibly gone, it's like, you want to feel your presence in these projects.
And so we did. I don't know if we actually did auditions or not, but I know that when it came down to it, Taka pushed really hard for Bardock, gave us a really solid performance. You can tell that he's kind of new to the voice and acting like this character here. Which, honestly, that is not a critique necessarily of Kurt. He's a fantastic actor, and we were all very new to a lot of this stuff. His performance as Bardock, I think, in Episode of Bardock is actually a step up because he'd had a year or two more to really get into it. Here, you can kind of feel that roughness, but then again, if you don't feel the roughness in this whole product, But yeah, it's really interesting to hear him here where he's being a completely different character than he had been in many of the roles he played in a lot of shows up until now.
Yeah.
This was kind of his first time he got to be a serious character, and that's really neat.
Toma! Oh, thank God, Toma, you're okay. I'll be honest. You're the only one I really cared about. Everyone else was kind of bland. She was the only one here with a decent pair of teeth.
Bardock.
Oh, Bardock.
Yeah.
You bastard.
turned on us. He's afraid of the Saiyans. He sent someone to take us out.
Oh God, he sent the Ginyu Force?
I like this bit.
No,
Zarbon?
no.
Dodoria?
Sorry.
Listen, it won't end like
I know that's underselling Dodoria, but it is clear that there's a hierarchy.
Yeah, Zarbon is in fact quite stronger than Dodoria.
Mm-hmm.
My best friend just died in my arms, didn't he? Yep. Yep. Alright. Plan B. Don't
Okay, I'm sorry. This is sick as fuck.
It's fucking awesome. Like the
I'm gonna
the rag soaked in the blood of his friend. He's like, no fucking revenge.
Yeah, that is badass.
Yeah.
Every single one of those sons of bitch.
All right, guys, let's hit the shop.
Hi, Muska.
Hey, no!
I think that's the most different voice I've done.
Where the hell?
Oh, and Solid State Scatter in the background.
Yeah.
All kinds of tricks. You have to be very careful.
Got him!
Oops.
Here! No!
We just made up fruit puns for these guys, right?
Yeah.
You're the one who killed him, you ass.
Oh, gee, Lemmy, I never thought of it like that. Shut the fuck up!
My scream there, by the way.
Lost
Oh.
these guys. What a bunch of oh sweet crap, not again. Kyle, what?
Cementing that as something that will continue on.
Yeah. The Kyle What joke is one of my favorite running jokes.
I love it.
Is that me? That's it.
Because it's always like as soon as somebody says it, it's followed up by somebody getting hit. It's like, just play it.
God damn it, Mongo, you keep getting fucked on.
Shout out to Red versus Blue.
Yeah, that was a Red versus Blue joke. That's literally, we just stole a joke from Red versus
I
Blue.
understand what I have to do now. I'm going to raise an army. We're going to rebel against Frieza. And nothing is going to stop me.
I also love this.
What the? Useless ass psychic power!
I love that delivery too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like these creatures that have been able to see the future. It's like it's very selective. It's like, oh come on!
Yeah. Do, do, do.
Another one bites the dust.
Do, 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 do.
Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, gonna get you too.
Another one
Bites the dust.
I don't know why. I don't know why we had that happen, but it was fun.
And here's a Family Guy joke.
Just a Family Guy
Just
joke.
a Family Guy joke.
It's everywhere.
At least we added the
It's in
wrinkle of
my
it being.
Dodoria wounds.
At least we added the wrinkle of it being his friends' corpses.
Yeah, and their deprecation.
Yeah.
Well, later, guys. Off to raise that army. Vengeance. Yada yada.
All right, little guy, time to send you to planet ER.
I believe this is renowned internet celebrity DJ
Sexadillionaire?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're stupid!
Fantastic of him to provide that for us.
Yeah.
Immense talent.
Annihilation. Where are your men? Complete annihilation.
So you're absolutely sure you killed every single living thing on that planet?
Complete annihilation.
I might
Oh my
bet that
god,
for
listening
one
to
more-
this. By the way, listening to this on fucking headphones is killing me because I'm realizing all the parts where there's clipping in the audio, and I'm going to fucking RuneScape myself.
Explain to people that might not know what clipping is.
Specifically, there's with the audio files, when you lay them down in Premiere, which is what I edit in, if there is a sound at the beginning of the file, but it's been cut off and you don't fade into it, there's a little, just a
little pop, a little hum.
Yeah, just the slightest click at the beginning, and also background noise, which, as we would continue on, I would find ways to get rid of background noise and also stop that little pop when a line starts. But it's all throughout here. Also, did not have proper pop filters or the removal of a bunch of pops. So the audio all throughout this.
I mean, we were all talking on USB microphones at the time. So.
Funny enough, the audio in this is still a step up from season 1.
Oh, yes.
In kind of every regard.
I'd already upgraded my microphone at this point.
Yeah, but it is still driving me up a wall.
So, complete annihilation, huh?
I love you to watch his head just whack, 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 whack.
I'll go take care of it right away.
Oh, forget about it. He's already on a direct course for planet SOL.
Shit out of luck for those that don't understand that.
Planet...
Vegeta! Gotta warn.
His Frieza would change from here,
A
though.
little bit, yeah. But so would my Vegeta, my Krillin. Everybody's voice would kind of round out.
It definitely goes from all up here to more down here.
More down here. A little more naturalistic.
Yeah.
You guys,
I had to get everybody to record a background a conversation for that scene.
who put that table there?
Dude, Bardock, are you wasted?
No, but my crew is.
How would you like to be a Saiyan without spiky hair? You just feel cheated.
Right?
Frieza's on his way here and he plans to kill us all. We have to raise an army, and...
Your mom's an army!
Got him!
What are you, stupid? Do you?
Face is stupid.
I recorded that like 5 feet off the
You
microphone.
idiots even get it?
You hear the reverb on that one?
I mean, you should. It's supposed to be in the room. Yeah.
Cool story, bro.
Taka got himself.
Yeah, Kirk talked to himself.
I hope you all die and go to hell.
Wow, that guy's a douche.
Thank you, Moscow.
Screw them.
Yep.
I don't need an army. I took on those elites.
Oh, hey, well, prepare for that audio to be muted again. Yeah.
Frieza must be stopped.
No matter the cost. Bam, 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 bam. You got the touch! You got the power! Yeah!
Lord Frieza, Bardock is approaching from the planet.
Waves of Frieza, soldiers. Just do it.
Yeah.
It's
This-
raining men.
Hallelujah!
Yeah, take that.
Oh, here comes another dated reference.
I got the Wilhelm screaming there, though.
Oh, of course. Here we go. Name the event.
Yo, Bardock, I'm real happy for you, and I'm gonna let you finish, but...
The most random of fucking references there.
I know, right?
Sir, I think you...
But it was the pop culture at the time.
It was literally a month old by the time we made the joke.
Don't keep on shouting your name.
Just get my freaking bubble car.
I love the Jetsons sound for it.
Oh, yeah.
That Bardock was such a dashing rogue. What?
The start of his long line of innuendos.
There you are, Frieza. I've been looking for you.
Well, I'm not exactly hard to find.
We've had enough of this. We're done working for you, Frieza.
Just so you know, that man does not speak for us.
I like that
We're here
bit.
to
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we came out to help you.
our own.
Seriously, we're not with him.
Part of this is the joke that in the original version of this scene, in the one that was in the Frieza saga before we see the actual Bardock special, the script adaptation really did make it seem like the men surrounding Bardock
We're like part of his militia or something.
Yeah, there was this implication in the dubbed version of that scene in the show. In the actual Bardock special, when they adapted it, obviously that wasn't the case.
Yeah, because they're all attacking him.
But the version on TV was before they actually did the special. So, yeah.
It really shows how callous Frieza is with all his people, though. I just love this. God.
For years, you've kept us under your thumb.
Oh, Lord, these heroic types with their speeches. Blah, 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 injustices, blah, 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 tyranny.
Frieza just being bored by this is perfect. He's like,
Killing
oh my
me.
fucking God,
Does
this
he
all
have
day.
any idea how hard it is to run an empire? I've got other things to do today, you know. Like decide what wine will I have for dinner tonight. White wine.
Bardock out there thinking he's making a point.
Rosé. Rosé. Oh, perhaps I should give Cooler a call. His birthday's coming up. Nah,
He's a prick.
Wait a second, where was I? Oh, right, mass genocide.
Miserable life, once and for all. Now, take this, Frieza. The power of the Saiyan race. Yeah!
Sure, it'll do some. Oh shit. Burton has such a great laugh.
Well, I'd say I should have seen this coming, but that would be ironic.
You know, the rest of his men are just like, oh, fuck me.
Yeah, all of them are like, we did. Oh.
And how are you gonna find that many space-breathing aliens?
He's facing Frieza.
It is kind of weird that, like, are they in space? Are they still in the atmosphere? Does that make sense?
But wait, there's more. He fights a giant green bug man. And then a giant pink man-child. Oh no, it's dark again. What is...
Bo para para.
Boom! Papa! Love you, Taka, and I playing the Para Para brothers here.
Bo para para. Bo para para.
Down like whole milk.
Raise the cave! Raise!
Bo para para.
Boom, para, para.
Bo para para. Bo para para. And I now welcome the sweet embrace of death.
GT was not good.
Yeah. I think that is the closest thing that we'll ever do to making a GT abridged. That's for certain.
Yeah.
I remember when we were going through that and we're like, are we just gonna play those three guys? And we're like, nah, we have to play the three Bonpara brothers.
Also, just as a side note, just as a still image, that is actually like a really cool frame.
The movie's beautiful.
Yeah.
The special is beautiful. There are a lot of really great shots in it. It's also sort of interesting, like Toriyama himself said that this story was something he would never write. Like, he was like, yeah, this is way darker and more tragic.
He's a comedy writer.
Yeah. This is like a dark tragedy where Bardock sees the end of his planet and can't do anything about it.
It's kind of funny that two of like the best stories in Dragon Ball happen to be things that he didn't do, which were History of Trunks and this.
To be fair, History of Trunks, upon revisiting it, has a lot of...
Oh, it has issues, but it's still like a cool story that is like big on the fan base.
Yeah.
Bye, Bardock. Hello, Cooler.
Monsieur Cooler.
Oh, right! I play Cooler here.
Yeah.
Planet Vegeta.
Very impressive, killing up a bunch of monkeys.
We'd eventually cast Chris Guerrero, who... Mwah!
Yeah.
Sir, it seems he has missed one ship. We are within range to intercept.
No, let it go.
But where?
Why?
Because I'm a prick.
So, the interesting thing, Guerrero, first of all, kills it as Cooler. Who, we will be doing the movie, so you will...
Yeah, he's masterful at the craft.
Yeah, the entire scene uses nothing but Star Trek sound effects, very specifically. I was like, you know what, we're already in the past, I'm gonna make sure that all the sound effects here, straight out of OG Star Trek.
So, planet Vegeta was destroyed along with all its inhabitants, save a lone Saiyan child, and his brother, and a space pirate, and a renegade monster and his father, and of course, Prince
Vegeta!
Yeah!
Well, I've got good news.
This scene was a bitch.
I bet.
Bad news. The bad news is, reports say our entire planet has been destroyed by a gigantic meteorite along with all its...
I liked playing Baby Vegeta.
But what about
And your father.
my whole family? My race?
But the good news is we're going to Dairy Queen!
My entire race is gone.
Dairy Queen!
God, yeah, you can see the jiggle on Vegeta's face.
And Nappa's.
Yeah.
Nappa.
Yay! This seems like the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I know it's old man voice, but I actually like playing adult Gohan, or Grandpa Gohan here.
Oh, look. Someone threw out a perfectly good baby. Aren't you just adorable? I think I'm gonna call you Clark. Hey, Clark.
Fun fact, my family had just adopted a little kitten named Clark at the time, too.
Oh, how about Goku? Yes, Goku. You like that, huh? Yes, you do. Wee! Wee! Wee!
Oops. Uh-oh. Did I just kill a baby? Oh no!
There's something I really like about doing the same thing that a lot of the specials did with because a lot of the specials in movies have the screen zoom up to the side and then the credits happen. Having that happen with Goku hitting his head, I had a lot of fun with.
And then doing what other Dragon Ball movies would also do, which is show Goku growing up, which is, I mean, thematically, we're moving into season 2.
Yeah.
So which is like ostensibly Goku's last real arc as the real protag.
Yeah.
Until Boo, in which case, like, it's hard to call him the protag in Boo though, because he doesn't really have character growth in that.
Goku?
Yeah.
No, he does not.
He's just there. He gets the win.
We have a lot of critiques about the Boo Saga that you can see if you've ever seen us talk about the Boo Saga, which we actually have many times.
Several times.
Yeah.
A number of times.
Oh, my husband's name was in there. I forgot.
And of course, Youmacon staff, because they brought us out to premiere this. Not specifically to premiere this, we decided to premiere this there. Ah yeah, get ready for season 2. Coming soon on this thing that we're doing.